Newly released police body cam video shows the moment an officer shoved an elderly BLM protester to the ground in Buffalo, New York last year, which resulted in the 75-year-old falling and cracking his skull on the ground. The footage, obtained by the Buffalo News on Monday via a Freedom of Information request, shows the incident involving Martin Gugino during the protest in the upstate New York City last June. It shows, for the first time, the view from the officer's perspective after video by local reporter was widely shared at the time, showing Gugino's head hitting the ground with a sickening thud after being shoved. The newly released footage shows Gugino approaching one of the officers, who could be seen carrying a baton, and saying, "You are using those sticks." Seconds later, one officer used his baton and another used his hand to push Gugino back. The elderly man could be seen falling and smacking his head on the ground. He spent 4 weeks in hospital recovering from his critical head injury. The release of the footage comes just 2 weeks after a grand jury declined to indict the two officers, Aaron Torgolsky and Robert McCabe, who shoved Gugino. They had been arraigned on felony assault charges 2 days after the June 4 incident outside City Hall, but Erie County District Attorney John Flynn, Jr. said earlier this month that the jury had dismissed the case. The officers, both members of a police tactical unit, were initially suspended without pay, but were back on the payroll 30 days later. The incident is still the focus of an internal affairs investigation. Gugino, who has since recovered from his critical head injury, filed a lawsuit against police, the city and the mayor just days after the grand jury dismissed the case. In the federal lawsuit, Gugino's attorneys claim his constitutional rights to freedom of speech, peaceful assembly and due process, among others, were violated during the incident. It also alleges forcible assault without warning by police officers. The complaint names the City of Buffalo, Mayor Byron Brown, Police Commissioner Byron Lockwood, Deputy Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia and the two officers involved as defendants. The lawsuit alleges that a third officer named as a defendant in the complaint, John Losey, was the one who instructed McCabe and Torgolsky to shove him as the rest of the police team yelled, "Push him, push him." If the roles were reversed, and Gugino pushed a BPD officer who then fractured his skull, he would have been immediately indicted, and for good reason, Gugino's attorney, Richard Weisbeck, said in a statement.